179. That is lesson 3.9. And this one we're going to talk about using make a 10 to add. Our question is, how can you make a 10 to help you add? We have two 10 frames here. So I'm going to read the question, and then I would like for you to have a red crayon ready and a blue crayon. So I'll give you about 15 seconds to make sure you have a red crayon and a blue crayon. You can use the raise hand button to let me know you're ready. Thanks, Aaron. Aaron's ready to go. Red crayon and a blue crayon.
You need crayons?
Yep, a red crayon and a blue crayon. Good job, Kaya. Thanks for being ready. If you can't find a red and a blue, that's okay. Just choose two different colors. I'm going to use red and blue. Just a little bit longer. Okay, if you don't have your crayons, that's okay. Make sure you watch the video so you can see how to do this later once you have your crayons, okay? Draw to show the add-ins, then draw to show how to make a 10. So we have two parts here that we're doing. Okay, I'm going to read the problem. Sean has 6 red blocks and 7 blue blocks. How many blocks does he have? So up here, I'm going to start with my 6 red. So take your red crayon and we're going to put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 red blocks and 7 blue blocks. So now we take our blue crayon. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm out of space, so I'm just going to start down here. 5, 6, 7. So for this part, we're going to just count and see how many are all together. So go ahead and take your pencil, cross them out, let me know how many are there. Then you can raise your hand to tell me the answer. Deleza, you should be on the green schedule so that you can do your math with Miss Cheatham.
Teacher, how much do we cross out? I didn't hear you.
So the reason I'm crossing them out, Zayden, is that I'm counting them. So you can cross them out as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going all the way until you get to the end. And if you know how many are there, I want you to raise your hand. How many we have right here, okay? Kaya, can you tell me how many blocks there are altogether, just by counting them?
13.
13. So we're going to put a 13 here. Nice job. So now we're going to show how to make a 10. Okay? All right. Oops. First graders, I goofed. I already made a 10 up here. So the way that I want to show you this is that we need to build this number now and put it in a form down here. Okay? So now we're going to be making a 10 by keeping the blocks all together in the 10 frame. So, our first picture, boys and girls, I accidentally messed up, and I know that you guys used a crayon, so it's okay. For this first one, we should have kept the 6 red in the boxes, and then the 7 blue outside. That's okay. Miss Prince messed up on this, and that happens sometimes. So for this one, we would keep the 7 blue on the outside. But what I want you to see is that the answer doesn't change. Hang on one second, boys and girls. Miss Cheatham. You can see here that either way, if you move the blocks up into the 10 frame, we are still going to get 13. So on this one, we're going to model exactly what we just did up here, but we're going to make sure that we take some of these blue ones and put them up into the 10 frame so that we make a 10, okay? So this one, we're going to do our 6 red again. So take your red crayon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to take our blue, and instead of leaving all of the cubes outside, we're going to take just some of these ones and put them in there until the 10 frame is all the way filled. And when we do that, this part is going to look different because we won't have 6 separate from the 7. They're going to be put together. So take your blue crayon and we're going to do 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see how I just filled this up until there was no more room left? And then I just put the extra down here. So now when we write our problem like this, we want to look at this being a number plus this being a number. So when I'm writing my problem the long way like this, I would say there are 10 here plus 3 more, because there's 3 down here. There's 10 inside the box, 3 outside. But are we still going to get 13? Kieran, are we still going to get 13? Okay, I have some friends raising their hand. I'm going to call on someone to help me. Aaron, are we still going to get 13?
Yes, but they have different numbers.
Yes, the numbers changed because of the way that we have them written out here. Do you see that? We have a group here and a group here. So the way that we can see this, boys and girls, is that we can say 6 on the inside, 7 on the outside. This one is 10 on the inside, 3 on the outside of the box. So we still have 13. So if I were to ask you guys, can you tell me 2 different ways to make 13? You could say, yeah, 6 plus 7 and 10 plus 3. We could make 13 2 different ways. Okay. Hi, Sophia. We are on page 180. Just like this, 180. Okay, a lot of these are walking through it together as a class. So if I call on you, I want you to help me out with the problem. This says, what is 9 plus 6? We're going to start with the greater addend. The reason we do that, boys and girls, is because it's easier to scoop up the bigger number, so you just have to count a little bit more. If we scooped up the little number, we would have to count on a lot, and we don't want to have to do that. So, you can see here, 9 on the inside, 6 on the outside. But we want to fill the 10 frame, because that's easier to count when you have 10 plus something. So, all they did was they took one of these little guys right here, and they put it right in the 10 frame. And that turns the problem into 9, oh, 10 on the inside, 5 on the outside. So, do you guys see right here where it says 9 plus 1? The 9 plus 1 would be the 9 yellow that we started with, plus 1 of the little red ones. That is what turned it into a 10 frame. Okay? So, if we have 9 plus 6 and 10 plus 5, we should be getting the same answer both times. So who can tell me 10 plus 5 and 6 plus 9? It's going to give us the same answer. Xander, can you handle that one? Okay. All right. I'm going to walk through it one more time, okay? Here we go. What they're showing here, boys and girls, they're just showing you another way that you can think about how this picture is built, okay? So right here, we have 9 plus 6. Can you see 9 yellow right here? There's 9 yellow. Okay. Thank you, Xander, for answering. You're going to help me walk through this, okay? If it gets confusing, I want you to stop me, okay? All right. We have 6 red down here. Do you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where the 6 comes from. So we have the 9 yellow and the 6 red. But they're saying this is a lot trickier for first graders to solve than a 10 plus something, because a 10 plus something is super easy for us to do in our heads. We practice those all the time. So what we can do to turn this into a 10 plus something problem is to take one of our little guys from our 6 and give it to the 10 frame. So watch what I do. I'm giving it to the 10 frame, and that's what you see right here. Do you see how they just went, boop? There it is. So now I have how many in the box, Xander? 10. I have 10 in the box. Do I still have 6 down here? No. How many do I have? 5. So what they're saying is it used to be 9 plus 6, but I'm just going to borrow one of those 6 pieces and put it up here. So now we have 10 plus 5. Do you know what 10 plus 5 is, Xander? 15. Do you see how quick you could do that in your head? It's a lot easier to do this in your head than this. But we just found out that they'll give us the same answer because we started out with it, and all we did was just take one of the little chips here and put it in a different spot. We didn't add any more or take away any more. So if 10 plus 5 is 15, what is 6 plus 9? It gives us the same answer. So what is it going to be? Xander?
6 plus 9 equals
Right here, right here,
what?
right here. 15. It's going to give us the same answer because we're just borrowing something from the 6 and giving it to the 9. That's why the 6 turns into a 5. See right there? And then 9 turns into a 10. So we're going to still get the same answer. Okay, we should be on the page with the dragonfly. Make sure you're on the same page as me. We have a dragonfly. All right, Sophia, you're going to be my helper, okay? Okay.
I know it's noisy here.
It's okay, sweetie. That happens. No worries. All right. We have 8 plus 4. So, Sophia, what I'm going to have you do, because it is noisy, is only unmute when you're talking, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We're starting with 8 plus 4, and I want you to see where the 8 is and the 4. 8 yellow, 4 red. Our job is to take some of the red ones and put them in the 10 frame so that the 10 frame is full. Okay? So what we're going to do, take a look back up here. Take a look up here. We're going to keep the 8 yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I want to take 2 of these red because there's room in there. Do you see how there's room?
Yeah, we could put them up there instead.
Exactly. So these 2 that we just put in there, we're going to say 8 plus 2. And then this 2 here is the extra. So they're saying we could do 8 plus 2 plus 2. Or, because adding 10 to something is super easy, we can just say 8 plus 2 is 10.
10
Plus.
plus 2.
And then how many do we have?
12.
12. So, if 10 plus 2 is 12, that means 8 plus 4 is also 12. Good job. All right. This one we are going to save for later. So, at home. This is extra practice. Okay?
Why are we saving it for later?
Because we have 4 pages to go through, and we have just a little bit of time left, okay? So for me to teach all of this stuff, we're just going to do a couple problems from each, and then the rest can be something that you can do at home with your family to practice, okay? Yes.
But I don't want to be doing math all afternoon.
We're not. We always only do it for 45 minutes. That's not super long, Kieran. Okay. Thank you, bud. All right. We are going to practice one more on this page, okay? And then we'll talk about the homework, because these are pretty tricky. But I want you guys to just see. All they're doing is taking some of the outside pieces here and just filling them in so that it makes a 10 frame. So we started with 7 plus 8. Here is the 7. Here's the 8. Okay? So we're looking here, and we want to put this part right here. So we have some red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 2 of the yellow, because we just took 2 of these yellow, and we glued them right here. And we already know that if we took 8 plus 2, it made a 10 frame. So that's what the arrow right here is. It's just saying, okay, put a 10. But we can't forget about these ones that were left over down here. Kieran, can you tell me how many are down here?
Four.
All of these ones right here. 5. So that's what we're going to put right here. So take a look, boys and girls. They wrote an 8 because there's the red 8 right here. And then the 2 is the 2 yellow in here. And then the 5 are the 5 yellow down here. So, we know that 8 plus 2 is 10. So now, we have our 5. I'm not sure why they have that extra blank. I think that they meant to put an equal sign here in the book, because that's what I'm seeing right here. So
we have an equal sign in ours, teacher.
Oh, so my computer has it wrong on my screen. That's silly. I'm glad you guys have it right in your book. So I'm just going to make sure that mine looks like an equal sign.
No, mine is a plus sign too.
So it might just be that when the books got printed, that's what happened. And that's okay. We know how to fix it up. 10 plus 5. Keela, your turn. 10 plus 5.
10, right here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Good job. I heard you scoop up the 10 and then you counted on 5 more. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So, we know 10 plus 5, 10 plus 5 is 15. And we know we're going to get the same answer. So if 10 plus 5 is 15, what is 7 plus 8 also? Go ahead, Keela.
15.
15. Remember, these numbers are always going to match. And I can show you that by looking up here. Always going to match. They're not trying to trick you. Always going to match. Oh, look, it's the same thing, 15. So, whatever answer we get here, we're also going to get right here. I'm going to look and see how many more we have left to do, because a lot of these are just the same problem over and over again. That's to help us get better at them. Ooh, these ones are good ones to practice. I want you to go over to page 182, and we're going to work on these together because sometimes these ones pop up on your test with the yes or no bubbles. But we know how to do these, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm looking to see who I haven't heard from yet. Liam, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Liam, you're going to help me with this first one. It says, does the addition show how to make a 10 to add? Choose yes or no. So what they're asking is, can I take 2 of those numbers and put them together to make a 10? Any of these numbers in this row. Can I take 2 of them, put them together to make a 10? 8 plus 2 plus 2, excuse me.
No.
What about right here? What is this equal, Liam?
That equals 10.
Exactly. So, we can take an 8 plus a 2 to make a 10. So, yes, this one shows how to make a 10 to add, and it's right there. So, I want you to circle it in your book. Kieran, please mute until I call on you so we don't have any extra noise.
Oh, I forgot I was unmuted.
That's okay. No worries. You're not in trouble. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 2 more. So yes, we can use this to make a 10. So I want you to circle the 8 plus 2, because that's saying that we can make a 10, and then we would choose yes. You see how that works? All right. Kieran, I'm going to have you help me with this one now, this middle problem. Can you take any 2 of these numbers to make 10?
Call on me.
Yep.
That one.
We can't. And I'm going to show you why, but you got the answer right, Kieran. It's asking, can we take 2 of these numbers here and make a 10 out of it? Let's try 5 plus 4. Does that make 10, Kieran?
No.
No. Does 5 plus 3 make 10? No. Does 4 plus 3 make 10? No. So we can't build a 10 out of any of these. So we're going to choose no. Thanks, Kieran. Kaya, I'm going to have you help me on this last one, okay?
Okay.
All right, Kaya. Can you take any of these numbers, put them together to make 10? We have these ones right here.
Is it the one with the 5 or the 6?
The one with the 6 right here.
Okay.
So, Kaya, my question to you is, does 6 plus 7 equal 10?
No.
How about 6 plus 3?
No.
How about 7 plus 3?
Yes.
Yes. So look here, boys and girls. There's a 7 plus 3 to make 10. So this one does have an addition part to make 10. So we are going to choose yes. This one we couldn't build a 10 by putting 2 numbers together. This one we could, and this one we could. All right. Thank you, Kaya. I am looking at the clock. We have a little bit of time left. So we have 2 homework pages that you'll work through. I want to go through those and let you know which ones I want you to skip, okay? So, write to show how you would make 10. We just practiced this one, so this one we're going to keep on the homework. Same with this one. Do you see that they're not getting rid of any of the counters, they're just moving them. They just went boop. On this page, Anne eats 10 green grapes and 6 red grapes. Gia eats the same number of grapes as Anne. Match each person to... We're going to get rid of this one. And the reason I am is because you won't see that on the test. We won't put one like that. Draw to explain how you would make a 10 to find 5 plus 8. Easy peasy. We can do that one. On this other page, write the number sentence. Make a 10 to find 8 plus 4. Ooh, that one's pretty easy. Write the number sentence. And then this is review. Too easy for you guys. And this one's too easy for you guys. So I'll keep those on there. I know you guys will get those done super quick. So, because we do have time, I want to walk through one more of these problems, okay? We're going to do this one with the dragonfly on it, okay? Look for page 181. Can I have you raise your hand when you're on the pages, me? Good job, Keela. Good job, Zayden. Good job, Aaron. Deleza, you should be on the green class. Alakai, can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you on this page?
Teacher?
Yes, Deleza.
I am going, but it takes me back over here.
I just tried the link, sweetie. You need to make sure it's the green one. And then you need to go to Friday and click math. Okay? I just talked to Miss Cheatham and she has everyone in class right now. So go try again, okay? Aaron, you're going to help me out with this problem, okay? Oh, sorry, Alakai. Aaron, I had you help me with another one, but I haven't had Alakai help me. Are you here, Alakai, on this page?
Yes.
Okay, so make sure we're on the Dragonfly page 181. This one has a story problem. What I want you guys to see is that it's still going to have those numbers to help us out. And what we can do is pull those numbers out of the problem so that we can see them better. Because there's a lot of stuff going on right here. Joe has 8 green balls of clay. Leah has 6 blue balls of clay. How many balls of clay do they have? So we're going to put the numbers together. So we are using addition. We can write 8 plus 6 equals blank. Can I have you write that in your book? All we did was take this number and this number. Okay, so Alakai, when we are solving this problem, we want to start with this number that's bigger, okay? So I want you to look at the green and tell me how many green we have. You can use the story problem or the picture to help you. I want you to notice that it doesn't change in either of these pictures, so you can check this one or this one to tell me how many green. Good job, Alakai. 8. We have a plus sign here because in this picture, we built a 10 by taking 2 of these blues and putting them in the box. So what are we adding to the 8 green to make a 10 frame, Alakai? How many of the blue ones are in the 10 frame?
6.
Just right here. Just right here.
6.
Alakai, look where I'm pointing. Just right here. How many right here?
6.
I have 2 blue.
2.
2. Do you see that? There's 2 right here. So to make our 10 frame, we had 8 green, and then we took 2 of these little blue ones to put them in there so that the 10 frame filled up. So we have 2 blue plus the leftover ones down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can put 8 and 2 together because we just learned right down here that we can build a 10 using 8 plus 2. So, Alakai, what is 8 plus 2? 10, good job. And then take your 4 and put it back. So they want to know, what is 10 plus 4?
12. That's small. 14.
Good job. So, they want us to know that 8 plus 6 and 10 plus 4 are both going to give us 14. Okay? The numbers changed, but the number of our counters didn't change. We still have 14 counters here. We still have 14 counters here.
And pain after the weekend.
Okay, so all together we have 14. All right. Like I said, we skipped some of these first grade, but that's okay. You can do these as extra practice at home, but I do want you guys to go and make sure that you are solving these on your homework. We just had packet pickup, so I don't need these back until next week, okay? I need this page, 183, and 184. Okay? All right. We're going to keep practicing these next week because there's a lot going on in these problems. How do you guys feel about them so far? Can I have somebody raise your hand and tell me how you feel about these problems? Sander, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. You feel good. That makes me happy. Sophia, how are you feeling?
Good.
Good. All right. Keela, how are you feeling? Good. Okay. Zayden?
Good.
Okay. Kieran, how are you feeling about these?
Good.
Good. Kaya, how are you feeling?
Good.
Good. Liam?
Good.
Good. Aaron?
Good.
Okay. And Alakai? Good. So this page will take you probably 2 minutes because it's super quick. This is the page that I want you guys to really focus on making sure that you understand this, okay? Because you will see one of these that kind of looks like this on your test, but we're going to keep on practicing, okay? We don't have reading today. I want you guys to know that